Welcome to the Untrapped podcast, where we're motivated and inspired about success, small business, and personal development. And now, Keith Kalfas.
So I literally just prayed right before pressing record that this video would impact the right person. I want to talk about chasing your dreams. I've been blessed enough to watch some of my wildest dreams come true from growing up, poor and having nothing and working dead-end jobs, looking at the stars at night, praying to God, saying, please, God, one day. And being faithful enough that these things would happen. And I've watched a lot of my dreams come true, like wild stuff, like not wild, practical stuff. Your dreams can actually happen if you look at them practically and put together a plan of action, but you have to take a step forward in faith. And here's what I mean. Sometimes you can gather all the information, but nothing is going to happen until you take the first step. And the first step might be just writing a plan of action, or going out and getting the materials or the supplies, or creating the door hanger or the flyers or the website, or it might be just comes down to money. You have to put up that little bit of money that makes you scared, and you have to risk it, because once you've got all the information, nothing goes into play until you put up the money. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. It could be very, very little, right? Literally an hour ago, I put together a small team, and we're taking on a project that, I've done this before, bigger projects than this, but it's going to be great. I'm excited. And I was hesitant, but I had to. See, here's the point. Once the pain of staying the same, when it gets worse than the pain of changing, like when the pain of not having what you say you want, or not even, at least going for it, gets so bad that you're like sitting in a frying pan burning, you'll jump out of that frying pan and go leap into taking action. And here's the next step. When the pain is so bad from not even going for it that you would rather take the calculated risk, because it's not even a risk. You'd rather go for it and take the chance of failing.
I created a group called the Untrapped Alliance, where we go live every other Wednesday night in a controlled environment. I'm sick of scrolling on social media. I'm sure you are too. Let's get focused on our businesses. We already started the group, so if you join at keithkalfas.com/alliance, you can get access to the replays. And the bonus is we're gonna have special guest experts who run multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses. They're gonna come on and teach us how to do sales, marketing, persuasion, close higher ticket jobs. These are people who got their shit together. And I'm really excited to have them on. Go to keithkalfas.com/alliance. I'll see you on the Wednesday night call. Let's go.
And keeping your dignity that you knew you actually, at least you tried. That feels better than doing nothing. So sometimes, if you think about it, you're like, even if you want to get your diet together and go to the gym, you're like, I'm scared to get the money, pay the money for this gym membership. Right? It could be $25 a month. I'm just going to go to the gym and do a really lazy workout. You know, I was actually at the gym. I have a buddy who works out like crazy, and he's been inviting me to the gym. And when we're working out pretty hardcore, right? And when I was in the gym last week, I looked and I saw a man who was looking at his phone. He's on the workout machine, but he just looks so lazy. And your first inclination might be, oh, come on, man, you need to pump some iron, bro. What are you doing? Stop being lazy. But I've been in that man's shoes many times, many times, where I know what it feels like to be winter blues. You you got some stuff going on in your family life and you ain't getting proper sleep. And now you're in the gym and you can't even get yourself to do the reps. It just happens to us. And that's why you need to be part of the brotherhood, especially the body of Christ, they call it. I'm learning about this, that other believers who are believing in Jesus. I'm reading the Bible. It's awesome. I'm reading the book of John right now. The whole Bible. The last maybe 100 pages. And it's speaking to me in ways that are making me more successful by growing deeper roots, because there's roots and fruits. If you have a tree and you want it to bear fruit in your life, let's say you want to have money, or you want to have a great relationship, or you want to have whatever, those are, fruits can be having a healthy state of mind and being a good leader, right? But if you don't have deep enough roots, your tree won't bear it can only bear so much fruit. So you got to do the hard work and roll up your sleeves. And I'm not telling you that I'm any good at this. I'm learning. I'm a student myself. That you got to go and do the deep, hard work. And part of that hard work is, how do you respond in the face of adversity, or when somebody you love is being, what they call it, toxic, or somebody is really going through something and they're maybe being unkind or unfair to you? How do you respond to them? Do you have the patience to stay calm and not let them trigger you, and speak with wisdom and love? Because if you get upset and you go into anger or self-pity or rage, or you lash out and say things you don't mean, you lost. You haven't leveled up yet. You're not ready. Your tree isn't going to bear fruit. These are all tests. Everything is a test, even when it works. So, and there's long suffering. There's long tests. So it's like, once you've, tilled the soil and you've taken care of the plants in your garden, you pull the weeds and you do all these things, only then after a long time of a season of planting and then faithfulness, even though you don't see any results, and then you have to keep going even when it looks bleak, and then you keep going some more, and then finally it starts to bear fruit. But it's almost like you've grown past this. So it's like, and it's finally bearing fruit. So you're like, that fruit would have been really nice when I really needed it. So there's this saying, you'll have all those things when those things no longer matter. I'm watching success come in my life. I could vomit. That I have been fighting and begging and scratching and pleading for 15, 20 years. I'm finally at a point where there's certain things regarding success that I'm over it now, and I still care, obviously, but...
Hey, Untrapped podcast listeners. You transform properties, but getting consistent clients can be tough. How do you get more eyes on your amazing outdoor services? Footbridge Media specializes in helping contractors like you dominate your local market online. They build professional, optimized websites that convert visitors into leads, handling everything from design and SEO to review management. Stop being trapped by a lack of leads. Grow your home service business with a strong online presence. Open your browser and visit footbridgemedia.com/Keith today.
Let's say you have I don't know, let's say you grow, let's say you make an apple pie or something, and then somebody comes and literally takes your apple pie, they steal it or something, and you're so sick and tired of being upset and fighting and trying to track down your apple pie and be mad at the people who took the apple pie and all the work you put in. And every time you make an apple pie, someone comes and steps in it. Or you try to give them a piece and they take the whole pie and they leave you a piece, right? You're so sick of being upset with it. As soon as you see them, you just be like, I already made you an apple pie. I made it for you. It's yours. You can have it. And you can smile. I made an extra one for you. Oh, I was expecting you. Like, you don't get mad anymore when people show you their true colors or they get upset. You're not perturbed. You don't go on these emotional roller coasters with people. If somebody tries to steal your joy, you have so much joy that it's an inner candle flame that never flickers. And when you learn that, even when your nervous system is on override and you're stressed out and you're the one stressed out, you understand that's just your nervous system protecting you. It's not the real you. The real you almost can't even die because you've never even been born. It's the spirit man, right? It's the one. That's why we look to Christ, because he's so, so wise. He's such a great leader. He has the answers. And the more you get into the word, and the more you listen to what he said and what he has to say, look, it's my tea. It's this weird, like, protein mixer cup, but it can carry a lot of tea. So I put sleepy time herbal tea and all different types of like ashwagandha and like herbs and stuff. It's good. But anyways, yeah, the more you seek his face, I think that's the way it's put. I'm still learning, and the more I learn is the more I learn I don't know, and it's making me fascinated. Because you can get, if you're really good at landscaping, you can learn a lot about running a landscape business and say you love God. But do you know Jesus? And then you can become a builder and get your builder's license and you could build houses and make millions and say you're a Christian the whole time, but have you actually read the Bible? You could spend your whole life and never actually get to know Christ. And he said himself was like, away from me, I don't even know you. I never knew you. But what do you mean, Lord? I believed in you my whole life. He's like, you never knew me. He said it in the scripture. So, and don't quote me on that specifically. I want you to go read it. But he said it, and it'd be interesting. I turned right to it. It's just so amazing. I'm just looking through the Bible here. It's so amazing. So, all this wisdom in here. All right. So my point is, when are you going to dive in and start reading the Bible? Now it's the number one book I read. It used to be the last book I chose to read, and I've read hundreds of books. I'm like, wait a second. I say I believe in God. I say I believe in Jesus. Well, what does that make me if I haven't even read the Bible? I'm going to be on this planet, hopefully 90-something years, 100 years. Haven't even read the Bible? What excuse do I have? None. So, here's what I do. You can do what you want. You can listen to the whole thing on audible.com. You can just dive in. There's a lot of great books, but the Bible's awesome. I'm not trying to shove it down your throat. I just care. And because of how it's impacting me. Especially when it comes to success. Because all the lessons, I remember wise men telling me, like, oh, everything you need to learn about business is all in the Bible. I'm like, yeah, right. It's in there. Everything you need to learn about how to treat people, like as your neighbor, treat people as you want to be treated. It's in the Bible. It's all in there. It's amazing. It is in there. So here's what I learned about success. Let me recap, and I'll get out of here. Sometimes you can get as much information, but nothing's going to happen until you take that step, and it might be scary. It might be risky, but you got to take a risk. And sometimes people around you won't believe in you, and they'll call you stupid and crazy, and they'll really pull the wind out of your sails. And you gotta just pray for discernment, because sometimes they'll be right. I don't say they're wrong, but they don't see what you see. And the truth is, you could become a multimillionaire And those same people will still be telling you it's not going to work. You're crazy. You're dumb. They're trying to take advantage of you. All that stuff. It'll never change. And it sucks. Some of the people that are the closest people to you in your life, they can't really see. They're too close to you. You know, so you just have to really, really have grace. But I wish you the best of success, and I hope you go for it. Let me know in the comments below any goals you have for 2026. See you in a minute.
Hey, I hope you liked the show. And if you like the Untrapped podcast and you get value from it, can you please take a minute and go over to Spotify and leave it a well-worded positive 5-star review? It helps boost the rankings on Spotify so the show can get to more people. Therefore, these messages can get out to more people and inspire more people so then they can go out and start their small businesses and crush it and get to the next level. It's a huge deal. All right, I'll see you in the next show.